Hello friends and my dear students, I welcome you all to my channel. This is set 5 of 10 good problems on the chapter of percentage. If you have not watched the previous 4 sets of 10 good problems on the same chapter, I highly suggest and recommend that you please watch them to have a good practice of good problems on the chapter of percentage. So this video is part of the playlist Maths 8 HOT. Hot HOT stands for High Order Thinking Problem, where I come up with harder problems, 10 good harder problems on each chapter as and when they are completed in the other playlist, that is CBSE Maths 8 RS Agarwal. If you are new to my channel or not yet subscribed, and if you are visiting my channel for the first time or watching this video for the first time and my videos are beneficial to you, then I strongly suggest and request that you please support me by subscribing to my channel, and also please do not forget to press the bell icon so that you will be notified by my future videos. So let's get started in solving the 10 good problems of set 5 on the chapter of percentage. Okay, so I have the question paper 10 good problems on the left hand side. I hope, I'm not sure whether the fonts are big enough, you can read them properly or not. I hope even if it is small, I hope you can make it out what the problem is. On the right hand side I will solve the problem, and the link of the PDF of these 10 good problems will be given in the description below. So as usual, always try to solve the 10 good problems yourself first. Only when you are stuck, you refer to the solution video to see the solution and the approach applied to solve each problems. So after solving a problem, I will pause for a few seconds so that you can take a screenshot of the solution if you think it will help you. So let's start solving the problems. The first problem says that the sum of two numbers is 1280. If 3.5% of one number is equal to 4.5% of another number, then the numbers are. Okay. The sum of two numbers is 1280. Okay. So since we know the sum, so when this for these kind of problems where sometimes the ratio of two numbers are given or the sum of two numbers are given. When the ratio of two numbers are given, we use the parts of the ratio. Like if the ratio of the numbers is given is 2:3, we consider the numbers to be 2x and 3x. But when the no ratio is given, only the sum is given, we consider, so let one number, let first number be x. This implies, since we know the sum, the second number will be equal to their sum minus x. 1280 is the sum of the two numbers, and we have assumed one number to be x, so the other number has to be 1280 minus x. Now it is given that 3.5% of one number is equal to 4.5% of another number. Now definitely 3.5% of one number, 3.5% is less than 4.5%. So definitely the 3.5% of one number, if that number is x, then definitely x has to be greater than 1280 minus x, that is the other number. So let's say we assume since it is not given, it is just given that 3.5% of one number is equal to 4.5% of another number. So let's say 3.5% of x is equal to 4.5% of the other number, which is equal to 1280 minus x. We don't know whether the x will be larger or 128 minus x will be larger. We are assuming that x is larger. So we must have 3.5% of x must be equal to 4.5% of the other number, which is 1280 minus x. Now from this base we can say that 3.5% of x means 3.5 by 100 multiplied by x is equal to 4.5%, means 4.5 divided by 100 multiplied by 1280 minus x. Now we can multiply both sides by 100. Since we see on both the sides the denominator is having 100, we can simply cancel 100 from both sides, the denominator, or in other words you can say that we can multiply both the sides by 100 and we get 3.5x 3.5x is equal to 4.5 multiplied by 1280 minus x. Now if we are not comfortable with decimal numbers, we are having two decimal numbers 3.5 and 4.5, you can do one thing, is that you can convert them by multiplying both sides by 10. In an equation we can, as a rule of solving a linear equation, we can always multiply both sides by the same non-zero number, or we can divide. In this case, let's multiply. We can always do like 10 multiplied by 3.5x is equal to 10 multiplied by 4.5 and 1280 minus x. Now this is just to avoid the decimal numbers. Now the left hand side becomes 35, x is equal to 45 multiplied by 1280 minus x. This implies we have 35, x is equal to, now I will not do the product, I will not actually find the value of 45 multiplied by 1280, because I will leave it like this. It will help me in the next steps, in the following steps. So we have this. Okay, so this implies if I bring all the x terms to the left hand side, I get 35x plus 45x is equal to 45 multiplied by 1280. This implies 35x plus 45x is 80. 80x is equal to 45 multiplied by 1280. This implies x is equal to 45 multiplied by 1280 divided by 80. Okay, so 0 cancels out, and I guess 8 will divide 128. Let's see, 1 and 6. Okay, so now we have to find what is 45 multiplied by 16. This is 30, 24, 27 and 45. This is 0, 2, 720. 720. So x is equal to 720. That is, the first number is x. So first number is 720. So this implies 120. The other number will be 1280 minus. Okay. So second number will be equal to 1280 minus 720, which is equal to 0 and 6 and 5. So 720 is the first number and 560 is the second number, and hence the correct choice is C. C is the correct choice. Okay, let's do problem number 2. If 44% of a number is P, then 64% of the same number is. If 44% of a number is P, then 64% of the same number is. The number is not given. Okay. So let the number be X. So as per the given problem statement, we can say 44% of X is equal to, it's given to be P. Now this implies 44% of X means 44 divided by 100 multiplied by X is equal to P. This implies we get X is equal to P multiplied by 100 divided by 44. Okay. This is equal to, if you simplify 100 by 44, it is 25. So 25P by 11. Okay. So X is, that is the number, we got the number in terms of the value in terms of P. Okay. Now it is asking what will be 64% of the same number. So this implies we have to find 64% of X is equal to 64 divided by 100 multiplied by X, and X we have found to be equal to 25P by 11. So this is equal to, if we simplify, 25 cancels 100 with 4 and 4 divides 64 with 16, we get 16P by 11. 16P by 11. So this is the 64% of the number, and hence the correct choice is C. The correct choice is C. Okay, let's do problem number 3. Two numbers X and Y are in the ratio 2:5. If X is doubled, then by what percent Y need to be decreased to be equal to new value of X? Now these kind of word problems, it might not be, you may not understand the problem just after reading once. So it is better you read it two times or 3 times, as many times as required, until you understand the problem completely. Sometimes I often struggle in understanding the problem, so I always read as many times as required to understand what actually the problem is saying. So it is saying that two numbers X and Y are in the ratio 2:5. So we have X is to Y is equal to 2:5. This implies, that is, we have X by Y is equal to 2 by 5. Okay. If X is doubled, then X is doubled. Okay. So new value of X, new value. Okay. So when we are having the ratio, and the ratio of numbers are given, usually it is a standard way, and it is a good way that you consider, if you consider the number as using the ratio, using the parts of the ratio, we say that let values of X and Y be, using the ratio we can say that it's a standard way of assuming the values of X and Y to be, since X and Y is already is given in the problem, we should use some other letter. So let's say any letter you can use other than X and Y. I will using T. So 2T and 5T respectively. Where T is some unknown, we may need to find T, or we may not need to find T. It will depend on the problem. Let's see. So let the values of X and Y be 2T and 5T respectively. Now it is said that X is doubled. So new value of X is equal to 2 into 2t, which is equal to 4t. Okay. Now it is asking then by what percent y need to be decreased to be equal to new value of x. So let y is decreased by, let's say you have to use some another variable, let's say z%. Let y is decreased by z% and we have to find the z based on the given problem, so that after y is decreased by z%, the value of y will be equal to the new value of x, which is 4t. Now let y is decreased by y, so this implies new value of y is equal to z% less than y. Y means we have assumed the value of y to be 5t. Now z% less means 100 minus z% of 5t. This is equal to 100 minus z% means 100 minus z divided by 100, and this whole multiplied by 5t. So when y is decreased by z%, its value becomes 100 minus z divided by 100 multiplied by 5t, as 5t is the initial value of y. So as per problem statement, we must have the new value of x is equal to the new value of y. That is, we must have 4t is equal to 100 minus z multiplied by 5t divided by 100. We have got an equation in z and also t, but we can easily cancel out t from both sides and we get 4 equals to 100 minus z divided by multiplied by 5 divided by 100. So now we got a linear equation in z and we have to solve z, and z is what is required. It is asked that by what percent y need to be decreased to be equal to new value of x, and that percent only we have assumed to be z. Okay, now if we solve this problem, so let's do a little bit of simplification. 5 cancels 100 with 20, and now if you do cross multiplication, you can consider 4 as 4 by 1. If you do cross multiplication, we get 4 multiplied by 20 is equal to 100 minus z. This implies 80 is equal to 100 minus z. This implies from here we can say that z is equal to 100 minus 80, which is equal to 20. So y need to be decreased by 20% so that its value will be equal to 2 times the value of x, and hence the correct choice is B. B is the correct choice. Okay, let's do problem number 4. Let A be the solution of the equation Px equals to Q square. So it's a linear equation, we can see, where P and Q must be some constant. Okay, so let A be the solution of the equation Px equals to Q square. If P is increased by 10% and Q is decreased by 30%, then let A dash be the solution of the same equation with new values of P and Q. Okay, then by what percent A dash is more or less than A? So it is given that A is the solution of the equation Px equals to Q square. Now what is the equation? Equation is Px equals to Q square, and we know it's a very easy equation. The solution is we have to find x. from a given linear equation, when you find the value of x, that value is known as the root or solution of the given equation. So we get x is equal to q square by p. So this is the solution of the given equation, px equals to q square. This is it is given as, in the problem statement it is said that a is the solution. So basically it is saying that a is equal to q square by p. Okay. Now if p is increased by 10% and q is decreased by 30%, so new value of p is equal to, p is increased by 10%, that is 10% more than 10% more than p. This is equal to, hold on 1 second friend. Sorry friends, somebody was at the door. Okay, so it is given that so new value of p will be 10% more than p. 10% more means 100 plus 10% of p. This is equal to 110% of p, which is equal to 110 divided by 100 multiplied by p, and after simplification this is 11p by 10. So the new value of p is 11p by 10. Similarly, new value of q, it is said that q is decreased by 30%. So new value of q is 30% less than q, which is 100 minus 30% of q, which is equal to 70% of q, which is equal to 70 by 100 multiplied by q, which is equal to 7q by 10. So the new value of q is 7q by 10 and the new value of p is 11p by 10. Now it is saying that a dash is the solution of the same equation with new values of p and q. Now the equation was, so the new equation will be, since the value of p and q has changed in the equation, new equation is p, instead of p we will now have 11p by 10. So we have 11p by 10, x is equal to q square. What is q? New value of q is 7q by 10, this square. Okay, from here we can say, so this is the new equation, and from here if we solve for x, we get x is equal to, now x is equal to, okay, so we can simplify 7q by 10 whole square is 49q square by 100. So we have x is equal to x will be equal to 49 q square by 100 multiplied by 10 by 11p, 10 by 11p. Okay, so this is equal to, if you simplify, 10 cancels 100 with 10 and we have 49 q square by 110 p. This in the problem is given as a dash. As it is said that, it is saying that let a dash be the solution of the same equation with new values of p and q. So after putting the new values of p and q and solving it, we got x is equal to 49q square by 110p. This is basically equal to a dash. Now we have to compare a dash and a. we have to compare A dash and A. Now it is asking by what percent A dash is more or less than A. Now A dash is 49 q square divided by 110 multiplied by p, and A was q square by p. So since the fraction 49 by 110 is less than 1, so definitely A dash is less than A. A dash is less than A because 49 by 110 is less than 1. So this implies A dash is how much less? How much less is A dash than A? A dash is q square by p minus 49 q square by 110 p, this much less than A. So A dash is this much less than A. That is, if we simplify, we have this 110 q square minus 49 q square divided by 110 p less than A. After further simplifying it, we get 110 q square minus 49 square is 61 q square by 110 p less than A. So A dash is 61 q square by 110 p less than A. So now we have to find, it is asking by what percent A dash is more or less than A. Now we have found that A dash is less than A, and it is less than A by 61 square by 110 p. Now we have to find what percent. We have to find the percent. What percent is 61 q square by 110 p of q square by p, because the value of A is q square by p, and we have to find the percentage, and A dash is 61 q square by 110 p less than A. So this amount which by which A dash is less, we have to find, we have to express that as a percentage of the value of A, which is q square by p. So the question now is, what percentage is 61 q square by 110 p of q square by p? This is equal to 61 q square by 110 p, this whole divided by q square by p multiplied by 100, this much percentage. This after simplification, as you can see, q square by p will get cancelled out from both the numerator and the denominator, and so it will be, after simplification, this will be 61 multiplied by 100 divided by 110. This much percentage. Now this is equal to, if I cancel 1 0, we are having 610 divided by 11 percentage. Now the choices are given as mixed fraction. If we express 610 by 11 as a mixed fraction, we get 5, 55, and then 6, 60. So again 5, 55. So 55 5 by 11 percentage. So 50. I am getting 55. Why I am getting 55 by 5 by 11? It is not there in the choice. So let me see if I have done any mistake or not. Okay. So initially the equation was Px equals to Q square, and the solution will be Q square by P, which is equal to A. Okay. So the new value of P will be, P is increased by 10%, which means 110% of P, which is equal to 11P by 10. Okay. And new value of Q will be, Q is decreased by 30%. So the new value of Q will be 70% of Q, okay, which is 7 by 10, 7Q by 10. Okay. So the new equation becomes, earlier the original equation was Px equals to Q square. Now instead of P, it will be 11P by 10. So we have 11P by 10 into X is equal to, instead of Q square, we will have 7Q by 10 whole square. So we have 7Q by 10 whole square, which is equal to 49 Q square by 100. Okay. Now if we solve, we get X, X is equal to 49 Q square by 100 multiplied by 10 by 11P. Okay. And then we cancel 10 with, cancel 10 and 100, we get 49 Q square by 110 P, which is equal to A dash. Now definitely A dash is less than A, so we have to find the difference between A dash and A, which is equal to, since A is more, it is equal to Q square by P minus 49 Q square by 110 P, which is equal to 110 Q square minus 49 Q square by 110 P. Okay, and 110 minus 49 is 10, 5, 11. Okay, so 61 Q square by 110 P. So this is the difference between A dash and A, where A is more. So definitely A dash is less than A by 61 square by 110 P. Now we have to find this value, that is 61 Q square by 110 P, as a percentage of the value of A, which is Q square by P, which is equal to 61 Q square by 110 P divided by Q square by P multiplied by 100. Okay. So this equals 61 into 100 divided by 110, which equals 610 by 11 percentage, which when expressed as a mixed fraction is 55, 11, 55, 5, 10. Yeah, I think 55 and 5 by 11 percentage is correct. My choice, my is correct, and I think there is some problem in the given choices. This problem was framed by me, and I think I have given the choices incorrectly. Clearly, anyway. So, as per the given information in the problem, the answer should be 55 and 5 by 11, and it is not given as a choice. I'm sorry, it must be my mistake in giving the choices, as this question was framed by me. So this kind of problems I always have when I frame some question, I give incorrectly the choices. I'm really sorry for this, but please focus in the pattern of the question and try to understand how to approach the problem and how to apply the concept of percentages and everything related to it, that is linear equation and ratio and proportion, all these concepts, how to apply them to solve a problem, that is more important. Okay, so let's move on with the next question, question number 5. If m% of x minus 1 is equal to n% of x plus 1, x plus y, and if x by y is equal to c minus a minus b by a plus b minus c, then a plus b by c is equal to. Okay. Now, all the problems, or all these problems might look very difficult and complex if you read it, but please please note that they are actually not that difficult. If you apply the concepts of percentages and related other concepts like solving linear equation and the basic operations on algebraic expressions, all these things, if you have a good foundation, you should be able to solve these kind of problems. Just apply, read the problems as many times as required to understand, to make sure that you have understand the problem clearly, and then walk through the solution step by step. So it is given that m% of x minus y, m percentage of x minus y is equal to n percent of x plus y. It's a kind of equation. It's a kind of equation. From here we can say that applying the percentage operator on both sides, that is, what is m percent of x minus y, that is m by 100 multiplied by x minus y is equal to n percent means n by 100 multiplied by x plus y. You can easily, without any problem, cancel 100 from both the denominators from both the sides, or in other words you can say you can multiply both the equation by 100 and you will get m multiplied by x minus y is equal to n multiplied by x plus y. Okay. Now it has also given the value of x minus x by y. Now let's see. So it has given the value of x by y, and the x by y on the right hand side, x by y is equal to, it is given an expression c minus a minus b divided by a plus b minus c in terms of a, b and c, and we have to find the value of a plus b by c. So somehow we have to find the value of a, b and c. Let's see. So we have this. Let's from this equation try to find what will be x by y. So we have mx, if you do the product on both sides and open up the brackets, you have mx minus my is equal to nx plus ny. If you bring all the x terms to the left hand side and all the y terms to the right hand side, we get mx minus nx is equal to ny plus ny. From the left hand side, I can take x common, I get x multiplied by m minus n is equal to, from the right hand side I can take y common and I get y multiplied by n plus m. So from here we can find x by y to be equal to oh, I did a mistake, sorry. So I did not read the question properly, sorry. The question was m percent of x minus y is equal to n percent less than x plus y. My bad. The question was n percent. It was not n percent of x plus y, but n percent less than x plus y. Now this means m percent of x minus y is m by 100 multiplied by x minus y, and n percent less than x plus y means 100 minus n percent of x plus y. This implies m into x minus y divided by 100 is equal to 100 minus n percent of percent means 100 minus n divided by 100, and we have multiplied by x plus y. Now you can multiply both the sides by 100 and you will get m into x minus y is equal to 100 minus n multiplied by x plus y. Now from this equation we will try to find what is x by y. So doing the products and simplifying, we get mx minus my is equal to 100 minus n multiplied by x plus 100 minus n multiplied by y using the distributive law of multiplication over addition. Now this implies mx minus my is equal to, if you do the product of 100 minus n multiplied by x, you have 100x minus, let's not do the product. We will actually bring all the x terms to the left hand side and all the y terms to the right hand side. So if we do that, we have mx minus 100 minus n into x is equal to my plus 100 minus n multiplied by y. This implies from the LHS, if you take x common, we get x multiplied by m minus 100 plus n equal to, from the right hand side, if you take y as common, we get y into m plus 100 minus n. Okay, this implies that x by y, we can say that x by y is equal to m plus 100 minus n divided by m minus 100 plus n. Now, as you can see, somehow we have to arrange the right hand side terms, that is m plus 100 minus n divided by m minus 100 plus n in the form given in the problem statement, so that we can compare mn with the ABC, A, B and C and figure it out what can be the value of A plus B or C or A and B and C. Let's see. So this can be considered as 100 minus n. So we can in the numerator can be simplified, written as 100 minus n minus m, and divided by the denominator can be written as m plus n minus 100. Now if you see, it is given from the problem statement, x by y is given to be c minus a minus b divided by a plus b minus c. Now if you compare these two terms are equal. If you compare these two terms, you can easily say that c is equal to 100 and a is equal to, comparing these two terms, we can say that c is equal to 100, n is equal to a, and m is equal to c is equal to 100, c is equal to 100, a is equal to n, and b is equal to m. So this implies what will be a plus b divided by c, which this will be equals to n plus m divided by 100. This must be the value of a plus b divided by c, and hence the correct choice is B. B is the correct choice. Okay, let's do problem number 6. Amazon.com gave 3 successive discounts of 10%, 20% and 25% on iPhone 12. and final price after all the three discounts was Q. Amazon.com gave three successive discounts of 10%, 20% and 25% on iPhone 12, and final price after all the three discounts was Q. Then the original price of the iPhone 12 was. The choices are given in terms of Q. Okay. We don't know the original price, but the final price is given in terms of Q, is given as Q. Okay. So the standard way is to assume let price of iPhone 12 be X. Okay. Now remember the three successive discounts of 10%, 20% and 25% are like this. First, there was a discount of 10%. After the discount of 10%, whatever the reduced price is, based on that, the 20% discount was given. So after the 20% discount was given, whatever the further reduced price was, based on that, another 25% discount was given. So so we can say that Px, the price after 10% discount is equal to 10% less than X, as X we have assumed to be the original price of the iPhone. Now 10% less than X means 100 minus 10% of X. This is equal to 90% of X. This is equal to 90 by 100 multiplied by X. This is equal to 9X by 10. Okay. Now similarly, price, now the 20% discount will be applied on the reduced price, which is 9X by 10. So price after 20% discount is equal to 20% less than 9X by 10, which is equal to 20% less than 9X by 10 is 100 minus 20% of 9X by 10, which is equal to 80% of 9X by 10, which is equal to 80 by 100 multiplied by 9X by 10, which is equal to, after simplification, if you cancel 1 0, we get 72X by 100. 72X by 100. Okay. Similarly, finally, price after 25% discount, price after 25% discount will be 25% less than 72X by 100. This is equal to 25% less means 100 minus 25% of 72X by 100. This is equal to 75% of 72X by 100. This is equal to 75 by 100 multiplied by 72X by 100. After simplification, 25 cancels 75 with 3, 100 with 4, and 4 cancels 72 with 18. So this is equal to 54x by 100. So the final price is coming out to be 54x by 100, where we have assumed the original price of the iPhone was x. So we must have, this implies the final price is given to be q. So 54x by 100 must be equal to q. This implies x is equal to q multiplied by 100 divided by 54. Now if you simplify 100 by 54, if I divide by 4, it will not divide by 4. Let's divide by 2, 27 and 50. So it is 50 q by 27. Hence the correct choice is choice C. Okay, let's do problem number 7. Subtracting 6% of x from x is equivalent to multiplying x by how much? Subtracting 6% of x from x is equivalent to multiplying x by how much? So let's see first what is the result of subtracting 6% of x from x. First of all, 6% of x is equal to 6 by 100 multiplied by x, which is equal to 3x by 20, 3x by 50. So subtracting then 6% of x from x, this implies x minus 6% of x is equal to x minus 3x by 50. This is equal to 50x minus 3x by 50, which is equal to 47x by 50. Subtracting 6% of x from x is equivalent to multiplying x by how much? So the result we are having is 47x by 47 by 50x. So this is equal to 47 by 50 multiplied by x. So this must be, so we must multiply. So it is saying that subtracting 6% of x from x is equivalent to multiplying x by how much? That how much must be equal to 47 by 50. So 47 by 50 is equal to 9. If I divide 47 by 5, it is 9. 45.4 by 10, which is equal to 0.94. So the result, the answer must be 0.94, and hence the correct choice is B. B is the correct choice. Let's do problem number 8. The price of a table is rupees 400 more than that of a chair. If 6 tables and 6 chairs together cost rupees 4,800, then by what percent is the price of the chair less than that of the table? Then by what percent is the price of the chair less than that of the table? then by what percent is the price of the chair less than that of the table? It is also given that the price of a table is rupees 400 more than that of a chair. Now it is telling that the price of a table is 400 more than that of a chair. Now only the difference is given. Now to find the percentage by which the price of the chair is less than that of a table, we must find the price of a table. And also we know that the price of a chair must be less than the price of a table by rupees 400, because it is given that the price of a table is 400 more than that of a chair, which means that the price of a chair is rupees 400 less than that of a table. Now to find what percent is the price of chair less than that of a table, we must find the price of a table. Only then we can find the percentage. So we need to find the price of a table. Okay. So let's assume let price of a table be X. Actually it will be rupees X. I am not mentioning the units. I hope it is understood. So let the price of a table be X. Now this implies, since it is given that the price of a table is rupees 400 more than that of a chair, this implies price of a chair has to be equal to X minus 400, since the price of a chair is 400 less than the price of a table. So we have this. Now, so this implies the price of 6 tables and 6 chairs is given. So price of 6 tables plus 6 chairs will be equal to price of 6 tables will be equal to 6x, and price of 6 chairs will be equal to 6 into x minus 400. This is equal to, if we take 6 common, we get x plus x minus 400, which is equal to 6 multiplied by 2x minus 400. Now it is given that the price of the 6 tables and 6 chairs is given to be 4800. So we can say 6 multiplied by 2x minus 400 must be equal to 4800. This implies 2x. This implies this is a linear equation in x, and we can easily find the value of x, which will be the price of a table. Okay. Now if you simplify this linear equation, I can do the product. Now before doing the product on the left hand side, I can see there is a common factor of 6 on both sides. So LHS is 6 multiplied by 2x minus 400, and the RHS can be 4800 can be written as 800 multiplied by 6, and we can cancel out 6 from both sides. Cancelling out a number from both sides actually means dividing both sides by that number. So we have 2x minus 400 is equal to 800. This implies 2x is equal to 800 plus 400, which is equal to 1200. This implies x is equal to 1200 divided by 2, which is equal to 600. So the price of a table is price of a table is equal to rupees 600. Now we know that the price of a chair is rupees 400 less than the table. Now it is asking by what percent is the price of the chair less than that of table. So we have to find finally what percent is rupees 400 of rupees 600. Why? Because the price of a chair is rupees 400 less than that of a table, and the price of a table is rupees 600. So hence the percentage by which the price of chair is less than that of table should be the percentage, what percentage is rupees 400 of 600. So this is equal to 400 divided by 600 multiplied by 100. So we have 2, 2, 2, 3, this much percentage. This is equal to 200 by 3 percentage, and this is equal to 200 by 3. It's an improper fraction. When expressed as a mixed fraction, this will be what is happening by 3. Oh, it is when 200 by 3 is expressed as mixed fraction, it will be 6, 2 by 3 percentage. So the price of a chair is 66 and 2/3 percentage less than that of a table, and hence the correct choice is C. C is the correct choice. Okay, let's do problem number 9. In a hotel, 60% had vegetarian lunch, while 30% had non-vegetarian lunch, and 15% had both types of lunch. If 96 people were present, how many did not eat either type of lunch? Now, in a hotel, 60% had vegetarian lunch, 30% had non-vegetarian lunch, and 15% had both types of lunch. Now, the thing to understand is that in the 16%, 60% had vegetarian. In that 60%, it also includes the people who had both types of lunch, and also in the 30% who had 30% had non-vegetarian lunch. In this 30%, it also includes the person, all those persons who had both types of lunch. So we can say that 60 minus 15% had only vegetarian lunch. Had only vegetarian lunch. In the problem, it is given 60% had vegetarian lunch, and that includes, this 60% includes all those people who had only vegetarian and as well as both vegetarian and non-vegetarian lunch. So we can say that, and it is also given only 15% had both types of lunch. So we can say 60 minus 15% had only vegetarian lunch. Similarly, we can say that 30% 30 minus 15% had only non-vegetarian lunch. Now, in the hotel, there can be 4 kind of people. One who had only vegetarian lunch, another kind of people who had only non-vegetarian lunch, another kind of people who had both non-vegetarian and vegetarian lunch, and finally the last kind of people who had neither vegetarian, who did not eat either type of lunch. That is, neither they ate a vegetarian nor they ate non-vegetarian lunch. So we have this, and also we have finally 15% had both type lunch. Now this is equal to 60 minus 15 is 45%. 30 minus 15 is 15%, and also we have 15%. So 45% had only vegetarian lunch, 15% had only non-vegetarian lunch, 15% had both type of lunch. So this implies the total people in the hotel must correspond to 100% of the people. So we can say 100 minus 45 minus 15 minus 15. This percentage had neither type of lunch, and we have to find the total number of these kind of people who had neither type of lunch, which is this is 100 minus 45 minus 15 minus 15 is 100 minus 75, which is 25. So 25% of people in the hotel had neither type of lunch. So the answer is, so how many did not eat either type of lunch? So people, number of people who eat neither type of lunch will be equal to 25% of the total people in the hotel, which is given to be 96, which is equal to 25 by 100 multiplied by 96, which is equal to 25 by 100 is 1 by 4. So this must be equal to 28. Sorry, 24. So the number of people who did not eat either type of lunch is 24, and hence the correct choice is B. B is the correct choice. Let's do problem number 10. Two numbers A and B are such that the sum of 5% of A and 4% of B is 2/3 of the sum of 6% of A and 8% of B. Then the ratio A is to B is, okay, two numbers A and B are such that the sum of 5% of A, let's do it step by step. 5% of A is equal to 5 by 100 multiplied by A, which is equal to A by 20. Okay. 4% of B, 4% of B is equal to 4 by 100 multiplied by B, which is equal to B by 25. Okay. So okay, again it is saying that their sum, so 5% of A plus 4% of B is equal to A by 20 plus B by 25. Okay. Also is given that this sum, that is A by 20 plus B by 25, which is equal to 5% of A plus 4% of B. This sum is equal to 2/3 of the sum of, okay. So let's find out what is 6% of A plus 8% of B. This is equal to 6% of A means 6 by 100 multiplied by A. 8% of B means 8 by 100 multiplied by B, which is equal to 3A by 25 or 3A by 50 plus 2B by 25. Now, so it is given that the sum of 5% of A and 4% of B is 2/3 of the sum of 6% of A and 8% of B. So we must have A by 20 plus B by 25 is equal to 2/3 of 3A by 50 plus 2B by 25. We have this. Now, how do we, from here we have to find A in terms of B, that is we have to find A by B. Okay. Now let's simplify both the sides. A by 20 plus B by 25 will be, the denominator is 20 and 25. So their LCM of 20 and 25 is 100. So we have 5A. If we simplify A by 20 plus B by 25, just as you add rational numbers, if you add like that, we have 5A plus 4B by 100 is equal to 2/3 of 2/3. Similarly, if we add 3A by 50, sorry, this will be not multiplication but addition. 3A by 50 plus 2B by 25, the denominators are 50 and 25. If we add them, we have to find their LCM, and LCM is 50. So we have 3A plus 4B divided by 50. Okay. Now you can, so this implies 5A plus 4B, 100 can be written as 2 multiplied by 50. This is equal to 2 by 3 multiplied by 50, and we have 3A plus 4B. Now from both sides we see in the denominator 50 is a common factor, so we can cancel out 50. Now when we cancel out like this, it actually means that we are multiplying both sides by 50. So we have 5A plus 4B divided by 2 is equal to 2 by 3 multiplied by 3A plus 4B. Now we can apply cross multiplication. We can apply cross multiplication and we get 3 multiplied by 5A plus 4B is equal to 2 gets 4 multiplied by 3A plus 4B. If you do the products on both sides and open up the brackets, we have 15A plus 12B is equal to 12A plus 16B. So let's bring all the A terms to the left hand side and all the B terms to the right hand side, and we get 15A minus 12A is equal to 16B minus 12B. After simplifying further, we get 3A is equal to 4B. This implies A by B is equal to 4 by 3, which is equal to 4. So we can say that this implies A is to B is equal to 4 is to 3. 4 is to 3. So the correct choice is D. D is the correct choice. Okay, so this brings to an end in solving another 10 good problems of set 4, of set 5 on the chapter of percentages. I think these 5 sets of 10 good problems will give you, is good enough for you to have a good practice on the chapter of percentage that will really evaluate your understanding of the concepts. So these are good set of problems. These are much harder problems than what we have done in the textbook of R.S. Agarwal. So please solve these all the 50 problems There are 5 sets, and once each set consists of 10 problems. Try to solve all these problems yourself, and if you are stuck, then you can always watch my solution video. So if this video was beneficial, then please like it, share it with your friends, and once again, please support me by subscribing to my channel, and do not forget to press the bell icon so that you will be notified by my future videos. So always keep an eye on this playlist, that is Maths 8 Hot, where I come up with 10 good problems from a chapter as and when they are completed in the other playlist, that is CBSE Maths 8 R.S. Agarwal. So that is all for this video. Thanks for watching, and until the next video, take care and bye.